Listen to me and shut up. You know what time it is. It's me, Tax 5581. Now some of you people have been using the hotline, haven't you? The number I want you to call, and you can tell me anything you want. About your faith, about what I'm telling you, anything. I know you have concerns, don't you? What's going to happen when the game of life ends? 562-396-5594. 562-396-5594. I say it like that so you can better understand me. The way that I've understood your gods within all of your faiths. All of your prophets have spoken to me in my brains. I have other life forms not from this world, not from this galaxy, telling me things too. Ever since I was in the womb. You wouldn't even know that unless you listened to this podcast. Hello, truthgods.blogspot.com. Truthgods, plural. .blogspot.com. You gotta follow and you gotta subscribe. If you want to learn a thing or two, you're gonna have to listen to me and shut up. Just put aside everything that you ever thought before, because what you think isn't the reality now, is it? Now, I want to start playing some of these listeners' messages. Let's go take a listen.
Cream cheese, the devil's food.
That's it. That's all you had to say? That's all you wanted to tell me was that cream cheese is the devil's food? Come on, my brother. Everyone knows that. Tell me something I don't know. Let's play the next call. Cream cheese is the devil's food? Absolutely. Who doesn't know that?
I found this very provocative podcast on the Spotify, and I'm interested in the process there. When the gods are speaking in your brains, what's your face look like? And I'm very interested in the tub, but where in the Middle East is this tub? I'm ready to go rub-a-dub, but I just don't. Where exactly is the tub? Would I use Waze?
Thank you. Now that was a good call right there. That's the kind of thing I want to hear when you call. I want you to call 562-396-5594. You can ask anything you want. Truthgods.blogspot.com. And I'm working on my books, and I'm working on a whole CD and cassette tape of music. What a great call that was. You want to rub-a-dub-dub in a tub, right? In the Middle East? Where? Where, he asks. Where in the Middle East is it? Text 5581. Where is it? Because I want to go. When they're about to hit that reset button of life, I want to go there too. I want to rub-a-dub. I'm with you, brother. Now they say it's around, I don't know, like Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, Pakistan. A God has spoken to me in my brains, told me, you just wait. You just wait, we'll show you. Hey, that reminds me, it's funny. Remember that part in Raiders of the Lost Ark when you see that Indiana Jones? What does he do when he falls down below in the hole next to those Egyptian pyramids? He holds up a staff and the light shines through, showing him where everything is. That's what the God told me it's going to look like. Don't worry, brother. We're going to rub-dub-dub in the tub. We're going to be safe in that bathtub. That's our sanctuary when that button is pressed. What does my face look like when they start talking to me? When they go in my brains? When I was little, my parents told me that I would smile. And I can feel that I smile. I feel like I have a look of bliss on my face, caller. My parents said I used to walk around with a glow on my face. Really? So why did you have to go find an empty refrigerator box to put me in and leave me outside of school? Were you afraid? Were you afraid that your son was a devil being talked to and spoken to by your gods, your faith? Now listen, you can say anything you want, but you know this is all real and I know it. You don't. That's why you're listening to me. That's why you keep coming back. I wanted to talk about bad people. This caller says that cream cheese is the devil's food. You know what else is the devil's food? Bad attitude. Bad attitude, and you see it every day. Oh, there was a natural disaster. Don't let that get you down. You get back up. Everything's been swept away. I have nothing. You got a lot. You got more than you know, and you got a bathtub waiting for you in the Middle East. You see that they're pressing the buttons. You see everything that's happening with these natural disasters. It's everywhere. Why? Why, Tex? Why is this happening? Because the gods and the aliens are into my brains and they're telling me, it's time. It's time. What, you think we were gonna live forever? Isn't that cute, children? What cute children you are for thinking that we would live forever. How presumptuous are we? truthgods.blogspot.com. Let me tell you something. You follow me. I have followers. They help me. Because I help them and I teach them everything. Because their gods and their faiths enter my brains. And I smile, caller. I smile. Yes, I do. Now let's talk about the devil's food. You eat cream cheese? You eat all this nasty stuff? You gonna eat a Blintz? You like to think negatively. That's what that means. That means that you get upset very easily. You're part of the problem. You're fearful and you take everything out on everyone else because the devil is telling you to. And I know that because the devil speaks to me too. Demons speak to me as well as the gods. You can't have the gods. You can't have the good without the bad. You can't have the light without the darknesses. This is nothing new. You think this is new? This is nothing new. They've all told me that in my brains. You take my 3rd grade English teacher, for example. Whoa, what a chip on her shoulder she had. What a chip on her shoulder she had. She used to smack us. She used to pretend that she had a limp in order to get a seat on the bus. I've been on a bus with her. And as I got older, I would see her and she would get more and more miserable, evil, demons inside her. She didn't know how to treat children. Isn't that something? She used to go around spanking butts, give me little tappy taps, thinking that was okay. She used to fart in the middle of class and laugh at her own farts. Who farts in the middle of a class? Students, not teachers. You never expect your teacher to fart. That's a sign of the Satan devil. And the devil used to be up above, didn't he? What about all these other prophets, What about all these other faiths? They tell you this, don't do that. They have parameters and boundaries. And we're not supposed to cross them, right? Who are we? Who are we but humans? That's why these other life forms are talking to me and telling me this kind of stuff. You're not supposed to laugh at your own farts. Others laugh. She used to do this. She did this after I was in her class. She probably did this while I was outside of the school in an empty refrigerator box. This is the truth. This is truth. This isn't just my truth. This is everyone's truth because it's coming from your faith. It's coming from your gods. boy, did she have issues. How evil she was over and over the years. She just got worse and worse. She used to throw papers in the air, do a little whoop-de-whoop-de dance on her desk. Isn't that something? Not treating kids well, doing tappy-tappy. She tripped the principal once on purpose and tap danced on his back while he was down. And you know what some of my classmates did? They laughed. They're evil too. If you have fun watching other people's misery, boy, oh boy, where does that leave us? Hello, is humanity there? Hello, do you believe in faiths? That's why you gotta listen to me. Listen to me and shut up. You know I know what I'm talking about. You know it's truthgods.blogspot.com. You gotta follow and you gotta subscribe, and you better subscribe to my podcast right now. Don't just listen to me, you subscribe and you share. Don't you get it? When I came out of that empty refrigerator box, she was still teaching at that school. I was 21 years old and she was still there. And she looked miserable. She looked like a walking skeleton, but fat, but like with evil fat on a skeleton. Very weird and creepy. And she did this twitch thing with her elbow. I met this man once. I'm not going to mention his name, but I worked with him. And one day Stanley says to me, you know what? I don't feel quite like myself. And he picked up his ham sandwich and he threw it at the secretary. Yes, he did. He left his office in the middle of our conversation to throw his sandwich at the lady at the front desk. Here's a lady that's helping him. And he told you, he warned me. It was as though he wanted me to see his evil and his association with the devil. He threw us, there was mayonnaise all over her head and lettuce on her desk. We're talking about tomatoes on papers. That's really nice, isn't it? That's some good negativity, isn't it? Another time, this woman I used to know, I'm not going to mention her name. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter what these people's names are. Carol told me that she admitted that she put a thumbtack on her mom's chair. I mean, what is wrong with you? That's why we don't get along today. That's why there'll be a reset button. Nature's upset. Mother Nature speaks to me. Nature speaks to me. I hear trees. I hear squirrels. I hear ladybugs. And your gods and your faiths talk to me. Every prophet talks to me probably before they speak to you. Before they speak to your priest or your high person in charge of your faith that you go, listen, don't take any of that to heart. They're the ones talking to me. They're not talking to them. You're wasting your time. You should just be listening to this show and going to my blog and reading what I have to say. Because I had the experience and I hold the truth. This is the path to truth. You know what you have to do. And you know that you should call 562-396-5594. 562-396-5594. I am text 5581. Well, text, why don't you give your real last name? That is my real last name. Goldfarb is an invented name by my quote-unquote family. "5581 is the name that they told me in the womb was my real name. My parents named me Tex. Why? So I took that part of, but I didn't take Why would, what? What kind of last name is that? You come back, truthgods.blogspot.com, you follow and you listen to me, and you share this program with everybody you know. You subscribe to this podcast right now on whatever platform you're listening to. I swear I'm going to get angry. All my followers believe me, and you will too. You do now.